this will be my first update for my 26 and 2026 project pan. Excuse my appearance. I had a spray tan today because I'm going on vacation. And these are my I got a spray tan clothes. Alright, so let's start with the good news, which is I finished two things. I finished the body scrub. I promise you, when I told you it was an arm, it was an arm. It was barely a scoop. It was flat on the bottom and it was done in exactly one shower. I also finished off my St. Ives spray lotion. Oh, oops. It just finished. I guess apparently I had a squirt left in it. That was done. It took a little bit, but was done within this month. The next we should talk about is the stuff I had some good progress on. We'll start with the ordinary glycolic acid. This is so close to being done. It's a little silly that I didn't get it done, but I used it on my armpits, and every time I thought about using it, it was just after I shaved, and it stings when you do that. So it was kind of just like in the middle upkeep days. So it's one more use and it should be good. And then the other thing that had really great use was my Pixi Glow Tonic. I want to say I probably used half of what was there. So that probably means I have about a month left. And then that'll be empty too. On the train of progress, this is all that is left of my Essence lipstick. It is kind of crazy how much I've used up. I don't even want to put another line on here because this will be done if I wear it maybe 2 more days. My other lipstick I have also been using, but it's a much thicker, more opaque formula, so it's not as easy to just throw on. So let's see how that went. This might actually be gone before the end of the year. I was a little worried about this one, to be honest with you. Let's make a new mark there. So yeah, used about that much so far. And since I'm on this page, let's measure my eyebrows. So I've been doing my makeup basically Monday to Friday for work. So I've been using this every day. So if there's not progress, I'm a little worried. So in a month, I got about a couple centimeters of progress here. A very fat marker probably wasn't the best choice, but I used a fair bit. This is also on track to be done by the end of the year. Very exciting. Next, let's look at my sprays. On a sad note, I don't think these moved almost anything at all. At work right now, I'm in a place where it is very scent free, and I just really don't want to push it by wearing scents, obviously. I've sprayed it a couple times, but not enough to really show much marks. Same as this one, it's still basically where it was at the beginning, the top of this mark. And this one's basically still at the top of the green marshmallow. I don't remember where this one was, but I have used it a fair few times. So that one's definitely lower. I believe I thought it was at the bottom of this red box. Now I think I'm at the top of the gold one, the gold leave-in, which is very exciting. But it's been so dry here, I've been trying to de-staticify my hair. This Peach Bellini lotion, I haven't touched it. Obviously it is more for bronzy shimmer, and I have, it's winter. It's winter in Canada. It is cold. I'm not showing nothing, honestly. So this says exactly no progress. Something I've been using semi-regularly is the Ordinary Body Care Salicylic Acid. I've been trying to be very good about using it regularly on my KP. And it looks like, so last mark I kind of guesstimated it was at the top of this label. So I guesstimated here, and now it's looking like maybe it's here, which might be a little pushing it, but theoretically if I keep at least that progress, it should be done by the end of the year. Something else I haven't touched at all is the loose setting powder. I had very little of a different powder that I finished up, and now I'm using the one in the e.l.f. palette. So that one, this one hasn't been touched. Okay, now for the fun and probably almost no movement as well, but used regularly. Here is my cream shadow from AOA Studios. I've used it a few times, but you can't really tell comparatively. I've had more usage on this than the cream shadow, but I doubt you can tell, is the two kind of crease shades I've been using. The peach, the kind of orangey one, and the taupe one. I've been using them, but I feel like they're really pressed tight. So I don't know, you'll have to tell me if it looks any more used than it did last time. Going along with that, here's my highlight. Have been, depending on a warm tone or a cool toned look, been reaching for these every work day as well. And yeah, it's highlight, and I didn't think too much about how the fact that highlight like takes a long time to use. So I don't know if there's any movement on that guy either. Some noticeable progress is in the Avon palette. The dip, I probably can't tell, is bigger on the black eyeliner. And I've used up most of the edges that are on this side of the blue. So now I just gotta finish those off and then use the thicker part on this side. And I can move on to the silver, which is exciting. Maybe. We'll have to see how that looks in the eyes every day, all over the lid. And I believe the last things I have to talk about are the three powders in my e.l.f. palette. I've just started using this one to kind of set my face. So there should be a little bit of movement. And then the two blushes have been touched regularly with, depending on a warm toned or a cool toned look. The peach, there's no, or the pink, sorry, the cool tone pink, there doesn't seem to be a dip, but it looks like the slightly more peachier shade, more pan, is starting to show up. I don't know if you can see, but kind of in this area, which is exciting. Also, probably didn't think about the fact that blushes don't get used very fast either. Sorry this video seems really rushed. I leave for the Dominican tomorrow, and I'm trying to prepare my house for my mother to stay here. And it's just a mess. I really figured I had way more time today, and I've been running around like crazy. So I will see you later. Okay, bye.